Hello, everybody. Welcome to Planet Holistic. My name is Todd Schaefer, and with me, as always, is
Kira Schaefer.
And today, today we have a awesome podcast. We have a special guest with us today, Linda Ballesteros. Linda, welcome to the podcast. We're so excited to have you today. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much, guys, for inviting me to be on your radio show, your podcast.
Awesome. We have an awesome topic today with Linda. She's going to talk to us about networking for introverted people, which really sums up a lot of the holistic audience that we have, and some of the maybe pitfalls and suggestions to help people really succeed with holistic business and whatnot. But before we jump into that, I'm going to ask Linda really quickly, since you have been in at least one of our collaboration books, maybe more than one, what's your experience been like in the as an As You Wish author?
Yeah, thanks for asking that, because I have been in several collaboration books. I've got a book of my own. I've been in several other collaboration books. But I tell you what, guys, the As You Wish publishing makes this process so smooth, so easy. And it really has been a pleasure working with you guys. I really appreciate how simple that you have made this for everybody to participate.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we we do want to make it simple, but I'm going to tell you something that I appreciate about you real quick, and then we'll get into this amazing topic, is your memes on Facebook. They just slay me.
Yeah.
Like every day. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't even comment on all of them because I'm just cracking up. So I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of political stuff. There's a lot of other things going on out there that we can have disagreements about.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's too many of my memes that someone can create an argument about. And so that's what I'm all about there.
I love it.
Yeah.
I just love it.
I love that they're edgy and also non-confrontational.
Yeah.
You can really see Linda's intelligence and her humor. She has a singular wit.
Yes.
It's a little sick some days.
So let's go on into just networking for the introvert. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the reason I think that it's really critical for holistic practitioners in particular to network, because let's face it, that's one of the cheapest means of advertising and promoting yourself. And it doesn't cost a lot to belong to a holistic chamber. It doesn't cost a lot to belong to a lot of the meetup groups out there are free. I think where they stumble is they don't know what the heck to do when they get there.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, I was there. I was the one standing in the corner with my first networking event. I had no clue what I was there for, what I should say. And I think that's where they get a little hung up, because they want to talk more about all of the things that they do.
Yeah.
And that scares people off.
Yes, it does. Yep. We get too caught up in the woo-woo.
Yeah.
And honestly, woo is hard to explain. It's definitely a feeling and experience that is very unique to everybody. So it's difficult to get your 30-second elevator pitch down when you hardly know what it is that you're offering. And
right.
And we often tend to speak to the features of what we do. Well, I'm a massage therapist and I'll rub your back, instead of the benefits. What do we get as a result of having our back rubbed? You know what I mean?
Right. And I think the most perfect way to describe that, I say, is to tell a success story. You can tell a success story of a client, and that way someone can actually see themselves there. There's this saying that says, facts tell, stories sell. So if you give me the facts, I don't know that I understand the facts, and I just don't know if it applies to me. And if I'm confused, the answer is no. I'm not going to ask you anything else. The answer is just no. But if you give me the example of someone that was stressed, they've got a very demanding job in corporate. They work 10-hour days. They go home. They've got the family to deal with, and there's a lot of stress. And then for them to have some results after working with you, whether it is a nutritionist, whether it's a massage therapist, it doesn't make any difference what the practitioner is. Just to be able to tell a success story, oh, now I understand because I have stress. Now I get it.
Yes, that's absolutely true. I remember when I was first doing networking as a hypnotist in Phoenix, one of the people from the group came to me and she came in with anxiety. She left without it, right? And so it was like, then it was them she was telling the success story. Right. And I was just going, yep. I mean, it still was up to her and it was still her experience, but that's something that I could help with. And so then that brought people to me in that way. So there's a lot to be said. Not only can we tell the story ourselves, but when we have people that we can bring with us that can also tell our story, sometimes that takes a little bit of that edge off as well. Do you agree with that? Or?
Oh, absolutely. When I've done coaching in the past, I have suggested that newbies at networking go with partners.
Oh, that's so good.
Because one can say, they don't even have to say their commercial. They introduce the other one. They talk about each other. And, just like you said, Kira, it's so much easier to sing praises of someone else and have them sing your praises. So it ends up being a win-win situation there.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely brilliant to have a buddy to go with you because it's kind of eliminates the self-worth issues from the equation because it's so easy to promote one another than ourselves, for sure.
Right. Another thing that I also find that practitioners fall into this, what they think the image of their industry is supposed to look like.
Interesting.
So when you're going to a chamber meeting, I would suggest that you wear something other than a caftan. And I would take the flowers out of my hair. Because if you're telling me that you want to get into mainstream, that is not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to wear a business suit if you're wanting to get in front of executives. I'm just saying that the moo-moo is not going to get you in front of executives.
Right. And it's all in who you want to sell to too, but I completely agree with that. What you wear is incredibly important. And if you do want to be taken seriously, because what people do is serious. I wear something different at home than I wear when I go out. And often, the bottom half of me is very different when I do webinars versus the top half.
Right.
But that top half of me is on point, girl.
That's right. That is exactly right. Yeah.
So it is that presentation. How do you want to be perceived? And I totally get it. But I'm telling you, people who are incredibly woo, like Denise Lynn, Sunny Dawn, Johnston, they always dress very professionally when they're teaching or when they're out, even when even if she's doing a drum circle or whatever.
What I like most about the Sunny Dawn Johnson type holistic people is that they are authentic while also embracing business. They have found out how to do business at a larger scale, and they embrace things like networking, and they understand its importance while still being authentic. And they're not selling themselves out at all, but they know what needs to happen in order for them to be successful and make a greater impact upon more people with their services.
Of course, absolutely. Todd, you hit it right on the head, because many times holistic practitioners use the excuse or crutch, and that's what I'm going to call it, because it keeps them in their comfort zone, because they enjoy their widget, whatever that widget is, whether it is acupuncture, whether it is EFT, whether it is massage therapy, they stay within that. And what ends up happening is that they strangle their business. So, but they strangle their business, but they think they're doing it all for the right reasons. And I call that the savior syndrome. So what they're trying to do is save everyone, and they think that by being poor and giving it away, that they're saving everyone. But just like you said, Todd, you can help so many more people if you actually run your business like a business and not like a charity.
Wow. That is
powerful.
When you run your business like a business and not like a charity. And as a matter of fact, what we're learning more and more now with charities is that the people that are president of those charities are making a lot of money. Right. So if you're going to be a charity, be a charity. But if you're going to run a business, run a business. I love that.
Right.
Everyone needs to hear that. Everyone.
Linda, if you haven't written solo books, you must.
Yes.
I mean,
I've got chills all up and down my arms right now. Yes.
Well, I actually have a book that I'd written on my own. It's called Your Pot of Gold is a Handshake Away.
Nice.
It has a lot of the holistic and spiritual side of the business piece of it, you know?
I have to read that.
Yes. That will be on our bookshelf for sure. Wow. Okay. What else can you tell us? Just a final wrap up to kind of one more tip, one more hint, things that people can do to get out there and start this process.
I would just say that, they've been given a gift, and they really, it is their responsibility as being the owner of this gift to get out there. People are not going to come knocking on your door without knowing that you exist. And networking is such a beautiful place to connect, not with just customers, but I believe referral partners is absolutely the magic dust to your business. So finding referral partners, identifying referral partners, and just seeking them out can make a difference because you become a team that supports the success of a shared client, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, I completely believe in strategic partnerships, referral partners. That is what helped to grow our business when we first moved to Phoenix. And then, of course, with publishing business, it is all about referral partners. That's why we're rolling out affiliate programs and stuff like that, because people trust people that they love, and they know that they're wanting their highest and best good for them. And this has been an absolute joy, Linda. I want to have you on again and again and again. So tell everyone how they can get in touch with you and utilize your services.
Certainly. My website is Empower. That's the letter M, the word power, franchiseconsulting.com. You can email me at Linda, Linda, at empowerfranchiseconsulting.com. You can follow me on Facebook and check out some of those memes that Kira and Todd were talking about. And my Facebook page is Linda Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat's my maiden name. Linda Jeffcoat Ballesteros. Ballesteros.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much, Linda, for joining us. And if there's nothing else, Todd, is there anything you'd like to?
I'm just wowed by Linda, and I think that so many people need to hear the things that she has to teach. I mean, so many holistic business owners will benefit by practicing and implementing any of these things that she's teaching. So thank you so much, Linda.
Absolutely, Todd. Kira, thanks for having me.
All right, folks, we will talk to you next time on the podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Todd Schaefer.
And I'm Kira Schaefer.
And this is
Planet Holistic.
Bye-bye.
Bye.